Hello everyone, this is Ascending High Priestess. So I got a download that it stated that certain things are being kept from you. There's a secret, a message, something that is being sort of covered up, okay? For some of you, it has something to do with a baby because I saw a bassinet, like one of those old-fashioned, what are they called, prams? But you couldn't really see the baby, but everybody was like covering the baby. So for some of you, you may find out that you're pregnant, someone is pregnant, someone has a hidden baby somewhere. So there are certain things that are being kept from you, but you know, like everything else, it will come out in the wash. So let's see exactly what we need to find out. Yeah, so for a lot of you, you will need to kind of go within, use your intuition. Okay, use your intuition regarding this. All right, for a lot of you, this may at one time, you know, for some of you, I'm getting this is past energy, you know, because energy is fluid. So it's either past, present, or future. So for some of you, this already happened. For others of you, it's happening now. For some of you, it will happen, okay? You know, this kind of kept you up late at night. You were very worried about it. Certain thoughts, where, you know, you were, I'm hearing that there was a lot of gossip regarding this, but it's going to be illuminated, okay? Whatever it is, whatever was gossiped about, whatever, you know, I'm hearing your name was thrown around. You were definitely covered by your ancestors and spirit, okay? So whatever it was said, obviously were lies. But whatever it is going to be illuminated, all right? So you and others will definitely find out what it is. Yeah, because judgment, okay? Judgment is here, okay? So judgment is going to illuminate a lot of what was said and done in the past. You know, this had left you in a state of, you know, why me? What is happening? What did I do? A lot of contemplation, a lot of, you know, I need to move forward in this energy. You know, you learned a lot of these lessons, so you're moving forward. Yep, because the sun eventually will come out, okay? And it will illuminate things from the past. Again, the sun, a lot of illumination, a lot of things that from your past, you know, a cycle that no longer resonates. So for a lot of you, this had something to do with a past relationship. And relationship could be anything. A relationship could be, obviously, lovers, friends, family, okay? Yeah. A lot of movement forward. You know, words that were said. You know, what's that saying? Once something has been said, it can't be taken back. So a lot of things that were said are, you know, they're trying to hide things that were said in the past, but it's going to be illuminated. So for a lot of you, it left you in struggle. Okay, it left you in the Seven of Wands. This left you struggling. And those words could have been spells, okay? It's a Queen of Swords. Yeah. It may have left you in a Ten of Swords. Okay, for a lot of you, it may have left you in a 10 of Swords. You know, defeated. They wanted to see you defeated. They wanted to see you struggling. They wanted to see you worried. But they didn't realize that you were the star. Okay, they didn't realize that Spirit always had you covered. They didn't realize that, you know, Spirit definitely had you covered. Very, very covered. And they were always providing. Because the universe always provides. You know, there's a lot of things that are still, you know, kind of hidden. About a certain person, about a certain relationship. About a certain institution. Certain people that didn't want to see maybe you and a loved one. It left you contemplating a lot of different things, contemplating relationships, contemplating how you saw yourself, contemplating how you saw others, because it left you brokenhearted. They also didn't realize that you were not only the star, but you were a magician. So you alchemized all of this, okay? You alchemized all of that. You know, they didn't want you to realize that the universe had you. And you're no longer in suspension. You're ready to move forward. Yep. You are definitely ready to move forward, and you're going to be moving forward with money, with prosperity, with abundance. Okay? With abundance. And right now, there may be a decision that you may have to make, a very tough, difficult decision that you may have to make, and you may have to walk away from something. But there is justice. Justice. Okay, again, justice. Judgment and justice regarding the 10 of Pentacles. Something that may have been, you know, something that may have been at the head of a lot of this betrayal. Okay? People wanting your 10 of Pentacles. People wanted to keep you weak. They were celebrated too early. Okay? Celebrated too early. But there's going to be a King of Pentacles coming in. Or this may be you. You may be both the Queen and King of Pentacles. Okay? Let's see. What advice do you have for the collective regarding this situation, please? What advice do you have for the collective regarding this situation, please and thank you? Okay, remember, watch your sacral chakra. So you may, I suggest that you look at some of the videos on YouTube, so that way you can align your sacral chakra, okay? Go outside where there's plenty of videos out there. You know, meditate, sage, and, you know, be careful of temptation. Be careful of temptation at this time. You know, someone may want to come in and draw you away, draw your focus away. For a lot of, you know, a lot of your enemies, they wanted you to suffer in silence. They wanted you alone. But they didn't realize that, you know, you have a new beginning. And that beginning was given to you by the universe, by these spirit guides. Also protect your throat chakra. For a lot of you, you're going to be gaining a lot of material harvest, and this is what they didn't want. And I say they because it's definitely more than one person. But you're going to be triumphant. In the end, you're going to be triumphant because good always wins, okay? What is done in the dark always comes out to the light. You know, you maybe have been conflicted at one point. You may have felt a little bit disconnected. And that's normal. You know, we all go through that where we feel disconnected. But you are going to be rejoicing soon, okay? You're going to be rejoicing soon because, you know, you're going to be given the opportunity to move forward in the correct way, okay? In the right way. The universe always provides for you. He's not going to let you, you know, go through hardships by yourself. Have a little compassion for yourself, okay? You're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend. Be a loving comforter and always have your own back. Victim mindset. So for some of you, you may have a victim mindset, okay? And you need to sort of move away from that. You feel the world is against you. This will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only then will abundance start, okay? So you need to remove that victim mentality, be a little bit more compassionate, be a little bit kinder and gentler to yourself, and things will turn around and actually move in a better direction for you. I hope this message resonated. Please hit share and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.